From tomorrow, round one of the NFL Draft, which you can watch right here on ABC 30. But today, a trio of former Bulldogs in the Bay Area for the 49ers local pro day. And the headliner, well, that would be quarterback Jake Haener, who was joined by a couple of former teammates, running back Jordan Mims. Jake also seen throwing to wide receiver Nico Remigio. Niners, of course, in need of a quarterback after Jimmy Garoppolo went to the Raiders. San Francisco still has Brock Purdy, that 6-foot rookie who's been compared like crazy to Jake. Niners also have 11 picks, but they won't pick until the third round. For more on the day, we caught up with the 49ers beat reporter David Lombardi.
Haener, I think, was one of the headlining attractions today. Everybody's talking about the 49ers potentially adding another quarterback on draft weekend, and people are mentioning Jake Haener's name because he made some waves at Fresno State with the toughness that he showed. I still remember that game against UCLA a couple seasons back where he just really willed the Bulldogs a victory.
He keeps getting this comparison to Brock Purdy, and I think just based on body language, he's kind of getting tired of that. But do you see that as a legit comparison?
I could see why Jake Haener's upset about it, or may not quite like that comparison, because they are different players. One of the things that makes Brock Purdy really good is he's got an elite 10-yard burst. He can motor out of that pocket with the best of them. I'm not saying that Jake Haener doesn't have mobility, but to put them in the same bucket, I think, kind of ignores some of those differences. Now, Haener, some of his anticipatory throws that I saw in college with Fresno State, to me, just as a pure thrower of the football, I think he's better than Brock Purdy. And I think that Jake illustrated it really, really well today. He said that we're different players. We have different strengths. We have different weaknesses. And, you could leave it at that. Jake Haener is Jake Haener. Brock Purdy is Brock Purdy.
How much interest do the 49ers have in picking a quarterback in this year's draft?
Talked to Kyle Shanahan about this at the NFL owners meetings just last week. There, Kyle said, we want to add a fourth quarterback, at least for the offseason. Last year, they picked up Brock Purdy with that last selection of the draft, and he ended up making the 53-man roster. So if you're in the building, you've got a chance. Jake Haener today said he expects to go between the third and the fifth rounds. So that, the 49ers have a lot of picks in between the third and the fifth rounds. Maybe that is possible. But long story short, this is a 49ers team that 2 months ago ran out of QBs, that had to go through three quarterbacks just to make the playoffs. So they need to stock up talent in that room. And that's why that fourth quarterback being added here for the offseason makes a whole lot of sense.
We'll post a full chat with Lombardi later tonight on ABC30.com, including what Haener shared about his cognitive testing that could attract some more interest from teams. And guys, like we said, Niners don't pick until the third round. Jake famously wore number 9, the retired jersey of Kevin Sweeney, who wore number 9. That first pick for the Niners, number 99.
Oh, imagine that.
Just saying, there's some percolating thoughts going on right now.
Might be meant to be.
A lot of interesting insight there from both of you.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.